just push this on. I'm just recording this for a replay for those that have missed it. And so we're going to get started. Welcome, everybody. Maybe you can let me know in the comment box where you are tuning in from. Let's have a look where everybody is from. I'm Kathy, and I am from the Eastern Cape in South Africa. Where are you guys all tuning in from? Let's have a look. Somerset West, Vanderbilt Park, Cape Town, Randburg, KZN, PE, just down the road. Zimbabwe in the house, Durban, Eastern Cape, Pretoria, another PE, Cape Town, Glen Cove, Cape Town. Oh, there's lots of Cape Town in the house over here. Uganda, wow. Okay, Johannesburg, KZN. Good. Wow, you guys are from all over. I see most of you are from South Africa, though. KZN, Joburg West, Joburg. Oh, Joburg, there's a lot of you now. Okay, Cape Town. Great. Okay, so welcome to our session tonight. So what we're going to do is tonight is I'm going to briefly talk a little bit about, give you some information about the 21-day challenge that we have got starting this week. And I'm going to also be talking about a little bit about introduction videos and a little bit about how to get started with teaching. So let's have a look. If you're already in the teaching industry, you've already started, just maybe put it in, I've started or I haven't started, so I can kind of see where everybody is coming from. If you're already an online teacher or you're thinking about and being an online teacher, or you're a newbie. Okay, great. Okay, let's have a look. I see there's some newbies, some that have started, not started yet, haven't started. Okay, on Preply. Okay, so we have a range of people from everywhere. 120 hours certificate, engineering degree, haven't just started yet. Okay, so there's quite a lot of you that haven't started yet, and a lot of you that are newbies. Okay, Selena, Preply, no students, no trials. Okay, we're here to change that. Okay, so we're going to have a look at how to get hired. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to confidently shift from being overworked, underpaid, and undervalued as a teacher to having an online teaching business, because ultimately what you want to do is to create a business for yourself that allows you to work fewer hours while earning more than maybe what you were earning before, doubling your previous salary. And you're going to learn how I joined the industry, became successful, and I have taught more than about 15,000 online lessons now. So I've been doing this since 2019, and I can show you how to do the same. Okay, so let's have a look. If you've been on one of my Zooms before, one of my masterclasses or my workshops before, just pop it in the comment box so I can see who's been with me before and who hasn't. That would be awesome. Okay, so let's have a look at why you are maybe here. Okay, got one person that's been here before. Great. Okay, let me just let these people in quickly, and then we'll carry on. First time. Okay. So reason number one, you're an online ESL teacher who has either lost your job, maybe when everything changed with all when the Chinese brought in their new structure of what they were wanting to do, a lot of companies closed down and a lot of companies started cutting pay with people, reducing teaching hours because there were just so many teachers, and all of a sudden a whole lot of companies were closed down and a lot of people were without jobs, or their salaries just became so much less than what it was before. So maybe you are here because that happened to you. Okay, or, so I'm still letting people in. Or maybe you are already a classroom teacher and you're tired of teaching back-to-back lessons and with little free time. And now you want to take your skills out of the classroom and into the online world by creating your own freedom-filled online teaching business so that you can have more time and more money freedom. Okay, you don't want to be bound to having to go to work anymore. You maybe want to work from home and start teaching online from home. Or maybe you fit into this bracket over here. You're an educator at heart and you want to get started as an online ESL teacher, but you just don't know how to start or how to go about it. Okay, so those are three of the options of why maybe you might be here. So which one are you? Are you number one, an online teacher who maybe is tired of the low pay, high stressful environment of working for a company that doesn't value your services? Or you are a traditional teacher who wants to take their skills online by starting as an online teacher. That's kind of where I fitted in when I started. I was already a teacher. Or you're number three, you're an educator at heart and you want to find out how to go about getting started as an ESL teacher. Let me know in the comments. Okay, I have number ones. I have a lot of number threes and there are some number twos here. I see there are quite a lot of you that are at number three. Okay, awesome. Great. Okay, and a few of you that are number one, that's tired of the low pay, high stressful environments. Okay, let's have a look. So, I've got your back. Okay, so I love helping people to, whatever your motivation is, I like to help you to get started and really just be motivated and find a place for you. Okay, so you can either choose path number one. You can choose to start teaching ESL online, or you can choose not to start. Okay, so path number one is you choose not to start and you continue working for a school or you continue working for a company where you feel like you're stuck. You're stuck in your current situation of being overworked, underpaid, you don't grow, you don't evolve, you don't adapt, you just carry on as you are. You stay an employee who works hard just to fill someone else's pocket, or you continue to lack freedom and you only have 2 weeks of vacation per year. You feel uninspired, demotivated, unhappy, and in a year from now, you find yourself in exactly the same position that you are in now. Okay, so maybe you're that number one person that just wants to kind of hang out there. Or maybe you're number two. Okay, number two is you decide to start teaching online and you start your journey towards your own teaching business. Like you get to decide what, where, who, and how you teach. You claim back your power as a teacher and you commit to making life-altering changes in the way you teach and live. You create your own schedule, you make your own rules, you upskill yourself to stretch beyond the confinement of traditional teaching. You invest in yourself through learning business and marketing skills, because if you ultimately want this to grow and become a teaching business for yourself, then eventually you're going to have to learn a little bit of business and marketing skills. You invest in your education through mentors, business coaches, and courses, and you love what you teach. I love what I do. You become inspired and motivated by the world of opportunities and the possibilities available to you as an educator. So in this time next year, you realize, wow, you had the power all along to change your life, and you are so excited and happy about the life that you have maybe created for yourself. Maybe you've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, or you just wanted to be able to work from home and choose what you wanted to do. Okay, so where do you fit in? Are you path number one? You're kind of thinking about it, but you're a bit scared to make the change. Or path number two, you're going to start teaching online and you're going to work towards creating a life by your own design. Create your dream life with freedom, time, and money as an online teacher. Great. I see lots of paths number two. I haven't seen anyone that said path number one yet. Okay, that's good. Okay, so you guys can be as interactive as you want to in the chat box. We'll try and answer questions as we go along, but as I said, at the end, we will definitely have a Q&A session as well. Okay. So take a moment to imagine what your life would be like if you escaped the current restraints that you are in and you could start a teaching business that allows you like more time, more money freedom, and allows you to create a life by your design so that you are in control of how much you work and how much you earn. This is what you could work towards as an online teacher. You may not start like this when you first start because maybe you have to start with working for a company. But this is your goal. Your goal is to eventually be working for yourself, having private students and earning your own income, and you're in control of your schedule and control of how you work and how many hours you work. And that's what you can work towards as an online teacher, setting your own rate so that you can make your budget every month that you are wanting to. I love this part about it. I started as a company and then I worked towards working on a marketing platform. And then I started getting, yes, liberated. Okay, and then I've got private students now. So I work on a marketing platform and I have private students. And the great thing about it is I'm in control of my schedule and how many hours I want to work a month. So I'm completely in control of that. Like this week, I'm taking tomorrow off and I'm taking Wednesday off because tomorrow I'm going with my grandchild's going to the doctor in Port Elizabeth and I'm going with to do that. And on Wednesday, my son is flying in from America and I want to meet him at the airport. So I've just blocked off 2 of my days and it's not a problem because I'm not working for a company. I am in control of my own schedule. So I could just rearrange it as I wanted to do it. And which is really great. I don't have to go and ask a boss for time off. I don't have to say, hey, can I have time off? I am in control of how my schedule works. And that's what you can work towards as an online teacher. Okay, but learning the skills and knowledge is essential to becoming a successful online teacher and then moving into being a teaching business owner, which is the golden ticket to freedom that you desire. An online teaching business will allow you to earn what you're worth and will free up your time so that you can spend more time with loved ones and do things you are passionate about. But the first step is to getting prepared so that you can get hired as an online teacher. So that's the very first thing. It's like you need to get all the skills that you can possibly get so that you can end up being hired and you can start your journey as an online teacher. So maybe you can put in the comment box, those of you who are still, if you are employed already, so you can say employed. If you're not and you're looking to still get started, then put there, I still need to get started. I wanted to see. Let's put it in the comment box. Okay. So for me, my business success came from, I was so determined to learn the skills and the strategies and the knowledge to get started as an online teacher. And there's a lot of you that still are wanting to get started. Okay, I need help with getting started. And okay, Cambly profile, still need to get started. Okay. Okay, so a lot of you are like real newbies. I still need to get started. I'm a university unemployed and have not started anything, wanting to receive more knowledge before commitment. Okay, great. That's great. Okay, so it's nice to get all the knowledge in. And I think it's really important to like learn as much as you can as well. Good. Okay, so I've formulated a step-by-step strategy and guide to help new online teachers get ahead and get started quicker so that you can start benefiting from your business much faster. I know it's always difficult when you've got no experience in the beginning to actually get started. Like when I started in the online teaching business, I came from being a teacher and it's completely different teaching online. And I didn't know where to go or who to ask help from. And I just had to kind of figure things out for myself. And that's what I kind of want to take away from people is that whole overwhelm of not knowing like what to do and how to get started. I'm going to make the replay available after the Zoom meeting. I will upload it afterwards, and then I will give you the link so that you can go through it as you are wanting to go through it. Okay, so I have 2 online teaching businesses, like one where I help to mentor teachers, and my other business where I'm teaching. I love traveling, reading, meeting people from different countries. So that's why this online teaching is like so great. You get to meet people from all over the world. I love my family life and having time to spend with my grandkids and my family. I love setting goals and achieving them and helping others to do the same. And I'm extremely passionate about helping teachers create freedom in their lives and the way that they teach. I started my first online teaching business job in 2019. Okay, I started with a company called Kickoff. It was quite a thing to get started with them, and but it was really good experience because you were so nervous to do anything wrong because you would probably get fined. So it taught us, the people that were working there, like really good habits, because to go forward into doing something like going onto a marketing platform or working on your own, you pick up all these habits of what makes a good online teacher, because you're so scared of getting fined in the beginning that you do everything right. Okay, and then I quit that to work on an online teaching platform, marketing platform, which allowed me to work much more an hour, earn a lot more an hour, and always make over 2,500 a month just from teaching. And I've helped lots of teachers to earn an online income too, because at the wine marketing company where I worked, I was a teacher mentor at that company. So I was helping all the new teachers get started and to get started on the platform as well. So I kind of started as a mentor there and then moved it on to helping people privately as well. Okay, so where it all started, here's some of my little kitties. Over the years, I've taken some of their photos. Teaching back to back classroom in a traditional school, like, the same thing every day. Like year after year, you teach the same lessons. And you kind of get to a stage when you teach, I was doing it for about 25 years, where you feel unfulfilled and uninspired and burnt out and drained and all the prep that goes into that afterwards. And teaching material that's the same year after year after year, and you feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel with no end in sight. So for me, that's how it felt. And that's why I wanted to get out of being a traditional teacher. So I quit my traditional teaching job, and here I create my own schedule. I schedule my work to fit around my lifestyle, and I stopped trading my time for a little bit of money. And you're also worth a lot more than what maybe you're earning at the moment. But you have to start somewhere. So this is all about helping you to get started so that you can start to earn an income and you can start to build up experience, and then you can start to increase how much you charge for your lessons. Okay. Oh, someone's drawing on my whiteboard. Okay. So let's have a look. So would it change your life if you could start earning an income from the comfort of your home or from anywhere in the world? Drop a hell yes if you're ready and you're excited to achieve this for yourself. Hell yes. I was at that stage when I started. And when I started was COVID too. And it came at the right time because I could work from home and I didn't have to go out. And so I kind of wasn't affected by the COVID restrictions that a lot of people had. Okay, I have a lot of hell yeses. Yes, okay. So it really makes a difference. Like just being able to, if we go away, and I want to still teach while we're away, not that like sometimes I'd book off time. But all I needed to do was take my laptop with me and make sure that I have got signal somewhere and I can carry on earning an income and working like maybe shorter hours in a day if I wanted to. It's literally, you can pick up your classroom and take it with you. Okay. So let's go on here. Okay, so an online teaching business is your ticket to freedom. Like as a teacher, you can escape the teaching trap that maybe you are currently stuck in, or you can create a life by your own design exactly as you want it. You can earn way more than you could while working maybe for someone else, and you can experience true freedom. and you can teach what you're passionate about too. You can build a legacy for yourself. Okay, these are all the things that it's your ticket. But often we have these limiting beliefs. When we want to do something, we always come up with maybe something that stops us. I'm still getting lots of hell yeses in the comments. Like limiting belief number one, I don't have the skills or knowledge to start a teaching online. Like, I don't know where to start, or I don't know what to do. I don't know where to learn about starting an online business, or I'm just not cut out for being an online teacher. Like maybe you think that. Okay, so that's number one. Or number two, I need to be like really qualified. I need lots of degrees to start my own business. If I want to move into my own business, I have to have a business degree. I need to have a lot of experience, or I need to work for a really low rate first, so I can build up my experience. Maybe you think that. And that might be stopping you from getting started. Or for those of you that haven't started yet, what's stopping you? Is it the lack of knowledge? Is it that you maybe... Number three is believing that now's not the time to start a teaching business. Like, I'm going to start next year. Okay, we have lots of number ones here. I don't have time for having an online business is risky. I don't have money to start a business. Okay, so a lot of you fall into that number one bracket. Okay, introduction video. It's always the thing that gets people. It always makes it difficult. Okay. Companies require TEFL work experience, but I don't have it. Lack of knowledge. I know, and the work experience is a difficult thing too, because you have to kind of look and see, like, what have you done before that you can use as experience? Like, even if it's not online, have you run a Sunday school class? Have you coached someone in your current job that you've been in? You got to think outside of the box and think about, where have you tutored somebody before, or where have you done something that's actually that's helped you to gain a little bit of experience. It may not be in the classroom, but it may be somewhere else. Like the last meeting we had someone in the banking sector who had to train all the people that were working under them, and that's teaching somebody something as well. So you could have hours of doing that as well. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you have, I see some of you already doing this, or have any self-doubts while thinking about starting an online teaching business. I've applied introduction video, demo lesson video. Okay, a lot of people get stuck there. Introduction video, companies, okay, the experience, demo lesson. Yes, teaching assistant, you could use that because you have been helping to teach, right? So you could use those hours as in classroom that you have been doing teaching already. So any kind of thing where you've done some kind of teaching, you can use that for your experience. You got to just sometimes think outside of the box. A grade 1 teacher that just got retrenched, so I want to start online teaching, but I'm not sure that I would be good at it. If you're a grade 1 teacher, you can teach kids. You'll be good with it. Like, you got to just think differently when you're teaching online. Like, you know, when we teach in the classroom, we teach. You talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. But when you're teaching online, it's going to be 70% of the students talking and only 30% of your talking. So your talking has to be less than what the students teaching talking. So that's a lot different, and it's just getting used to that as coming from being a teacher. ECD certificate and teaching experience. You see, you can put that on your resume. You've already got some experience there. Okay, so if you are serious about becoming an online teacher, then you have to be willing to learn the skills, and you have to be willing to learn the knowledge and implement it in your journey. You have to really have grit and tenacity and a deep desire to make this work, because it can be really tough in the beginning, maybe, to get started, and maybe it feels like you want to give up in the beginning, because maybe like you see someone, like you don't have students when you first start, maybe, and you have to just get past that stage, because sometimes teaching adults and children in the church, you can use that. Okay, so those are all things that you can use towards experience. Like when you first started, really it really is difficult sometimes when you don't have students in the beginning and you feel like giving up, but you have to kind of push past that because it takes a while to build up students. And when you start getting trial lessons and the people are going to come and see what you like as a teacher, and if they like you, they're going to come back. And that's when you're going to start building up your student base. But you have to get to that stage as well. So you got to make it happen. You got to work hard and you got to dream big. You got to put down your why. What is your why? Why do you want to do this? Because when times get tough, you want to go back to your why and think about, why is it that I'm wanting to teach online? What is my reason why? Write it down, put it up somewhere so that you know what your why is. Okay, so let's have a look at, there's different types of teaching online. So number one is, and a lot of people will start with this because it's a lot easier, and that's teaching actively for an online school or an online company. It's like the easiest way to start because they will give you students most of the time, and they're going to give you your lesson plans. Okay, so it's like a program-based teaching. Okay, then you get the other kind, which is working on an online platform or a marketing platform, some people call it. And that is where you have to kind of market yourself. And the company you work from takes a certain percentage of what you earn. It's a lot harder to get students maybe in the beginning on this, but you can earn more money. Okay, so these are like places like Preply and italki and Amazing Talker and Cambly. Okay, so they're like online marketing platforms where you're going to create a profile, you're going to make a really good introduction video so that people can come and see you, and then hopefully you're going to get students and they're going to stay with you. It's whereas with an online school, they're going to do the marketing and they're going to find the students for you. And they will give you a certain amount of students, and if they have good feedback from you, they're going to give you more students. And then you have the third option, which maybe you want to get experience with the online company or with the online platform first, and then going into teaching independently. And that's kind of session-based teaching, because maybe your students are going to buy packages from you, like 10 packages, because they want to achieve this in a 10 lesson package or a 20 lesson package or a 40 lesson package. And that's kind of session-based teaching, where you're going to use all your own, everything's done from you. You are in control of everything. Okay. So let's look at some of the reasons why people become an online teacher. And maybe while I'm going through this, you can write down the reason why you want to become an online teacher. What is your reason for becoming an online teacher? Do you have a reason why you want to become an online teacher? Okay, so there is still a growing need for English language skills globally. English has become the universal language of communication in various fields, including business, tourism, and academia. So many non-English speaking countries recognize the importance of English, especially for economic growth and for global competitiveness. And as a result, the demand for ESL teachers have still been increasing worldwide, offering a vast array of job opportunities. There's a lot of people in South America, Eastern Europe, and in the Asian countries that are they are the people that are looking for online teachers to teach them English. So there's a big demand for it. A lot of people say the market is oversaturated, but it's not. There's still a whole lot of students. You just have to stand out from the rest so that you can get hired and you can get students. Okay, so maybe being an ESL online teacher, it really plays an important role in helping students develop their language skills and enhance their confidence in English. And by teaching English, you can empower students to pursue like further education, career opportunities, cross-culture connection. I've taught students before that were maybe going from their home country and they were going to another country to either study there, or I had a student recently that went to another country because his mom was going there to do a dancing program, and he had to go to school suddenly in America for 6 months. And so he had to really learn English, because all of a sudden he wasn't going to be taught in his own home language. He was going to be taught in English in a school. And it was one of the best things for him, because his English has improved so much from being there for those 6 months. Okay, so witnessing the progress and growth of your students can be increasingly rewarding, and it can be really fulfilling. Okay, so I've had students that have stayed with me probably, some of them are 4 years, some of the students I've had for 5 years now. I've kept, like, my kids' students, they kind of start with you and they stay with you because they build up a relationship with you and they kind of don't move on. And some of them were 4 years old and they're like 9 years old now, or 5 years old and they're 10 years old. And it's great because you can see how they improve and how they progress over the years. Whereas like an adult student might buy a certain amount of lessons from you, and after that they might try another teacher. But if you're teaching kids, they like to stay with the same teacher for a long time. Okay, so another thing, a nice thing about being an online teacher is that you can choose your own working. I like that, want to pay your own bills as a university student. Okay, a why here is great. Helping others learn and grow, flexible schedule and work from home opportunities make a positive impact on someone's life. And most importantly, an opportunity to learn and grow myself. Great, why? I like that. Okay, so other reasons for becoming an online teacher is the flexibility. You can choose to work full-time, part-time, or even like be a freelance ESL online teacher. And online teaching platforms enable you to teach from anywhere in the world, providing freedom and flexibilities in terms of location. Okay, so, and then you can even advance yourself. It's not that you have to do the same thing year after year and day after day. Like, online teaching can serve as a stepping stone to various career paths that's all joined together, paths within the field of education. Like you can become maybe a curriculum developer and sell your curriculum. There's lots of online teachers that have gone on to do that. You can become a teacher trainer. You can be a mentor for other people. You can be an interviewer. So there's all these different areas that you can eventually go into. Online teachers often have the opportunities to travel and work in different countries. Like maybe someone wants to go and work in a different country. Like you want to get your TEFL certificate and you want to go and work in a different country. That's great too. Or you just want to work from home. I see that. Working from home is amazing and it's so great to work from home. Okay. So whatever your reasons are, there's a whole lot of reasons why people become online teachers. But one of the first steps is that before you even apply for a job, you want to make sure that you write your CV and your resume correctly. Because if you aren't writing this correctly, they're not even going to look at your application. You're just going to get rejected all the time. So you need to make sure that you know how to write your CV and your resume. And maybe it's a little bit different to how you would write it if you're applying for a traditional job. Okay, so the importance of a clear and well-organized resume is so important. Your resume is often the first impression they're going to have of you as an online teacher. Because remember, they're not meeting you face-to-face at all. A well-crafted resume can help you stand out from other applicants and showcase your relevant qualifications and your experience. And it allows employers to quickly assess your suitability for your role. So this is the thing you have to get right. Who of you have already got your CV done for applying for jobs? Put yes or no in the comments. Let's see. Okay. Some of you don't. Okay, so just check that you've got all of these things in then. Okay, so you're going to include relevant educational background, certification, and experience. Okay, so you're going to start at the top with your contact information like you would with a normal CV. At the top of your resume, including your full name, your phone number, your email address, and if you've got a LinkedIn profile, put that in as well. Okay, so that would be great. Okay, but don't just create the CV on LinkedIn and send a LinkedIn profile. You want to create a proper PDF CV and you can put your LinkedIn profile on there for them if they want. Okay, then you want to include your educational background, highlighting any degrees or certificates that you have that's related to SL teaching. So like if you've done a degree in anything, put it in. Like even if it's in engineering or whatever it's in, put it in. Okay, it doesn't have to be specific for education. And then you want to put your TEFL or your TESOL certificate in, that because they even consider that more important than a degree. Some companies want a degree and the TEFL or the TESOL, and some companies are happy just with the TEFL certificate. Okay, so mention any specialized skills or knowledge that's related to teaching, such as experience with teaching specific age groups or proficiency levels. Even if it's not at school, like I was saying, think outside of the box of things that you have done before in your life that could help you here. Okay, so emphasize accomplishments and like any achievements that you've had in your previous role. Like include a section that highlights your previous teaching experience and mentioning the institutions or companies that you worked for and how long you were working there. Provide specific examples of, yes, it does, because you did homeschooling. Okay, so homeschooling, like you've taught other kids. Okay. Think outside of the box. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just letting some people in. There's some people I didn't see were in. Okay. Provide specific examples of accomplishments as implementing like any teaching strategies, improving student performances, or receiving positive feedback back from students or supervisors. So if you've worked somewhere before and you've had like really good feedback from it, you can like really put that in as well. Maybe you have taught online and you helped a student that was doing their KET and they did really well with the KET, and you could then mention that you helped a student that was doing the KET, like get it to a B1 level instead of just getting the A2 level. So you can like add in some things over here that are positive. Then quantify your achievements where possible, such as mentioning the number of students that you've taught or the percentage of students who improved their language skills. Again, think outside of the box. Go and really think about this so that you can make your CV look good, so that you can actually get hired. Okay, and then tailor your resume to the requirements of the target job. Okay, so you're going to make a CV like on all the things like that I've told you. But then when you apply for a specific job, you have to look and see what is the requirements of that job or what is the job description. So then you're going to tweak your CV every time. Okay, you can add in whatever they're asking. You need to make sure that you can match that in your CV. So review the job description and look for, yes, you can put a picture at the top, but they're going to ask you for a picture as well. So, but you can definitely add a picture onto your CV, like at that top part. And then just like they're going to ask you for a separate picture as well. Okay, so make sure that you have in whatever they're asking you for the key skills and qualifications. That needs to be in your CV as well. Customize your resume accordingly and ensure that you highlight the most relevant aspects of your experience and skills. And use strong action verbs and measurables achievements to demonstrate your abilities. Okay, so like really think about this. Don't just do it slapdash because you want to stand out from everybody else. And one of the ways you can stand out from everyone else is to make sure that your CV looks good and that you put all of this stuff into your CV. So consider using a clean and professional resume template that's easy to read and navigate. Like you can get a template and you can then tweak it according to what you need to do to make it according to what they are asking you. Make sure you proofread it. Like really look and see that there's no spelling mistakes or there's no grammatical errors. Like check it and see what you can even copy some of it and maybe go into ChatGPT, the free. I mean, you don't have to pay for it. You can go into the free version and paste it into there and say to them, please check this for grammar and for spelling mistakes. And it can come back and it will come back and it will tell you where your spelling or your grammar mistakes are, and then go and fix that. So like you can use that for that. And make sure that it's concise and it doesn't go to more than 2 pages, because remember, most of the time you're applying to teach students of a foreign language. Okay, so the people that are going to be hiring you are often, if you're like applying to like a South American company or an Eastern European company or an Asian company, that English is not their first language. So they don't want to see pages and pages and pages and pages of stuff. They're going to get bored. They're going to check it out. They're not going to really look at it. So you want to make sure that you fit everything into 2 pages. Don't make it longer than that. So you need to be clever with your CV. Okay. Then the next one, that is the next important thing. So once you get past, you've sent your CV in, they like your CV, they're going to ask you maybe for your introduction video, or they're going to ask you for that at the same time as what they ask for your CV. So the purpose of a self-introduction video for a job application is often they're going to request it during the hiring process to get a better sense of maybe what your personality is even like what your teaching style is like, how your communication skills are, like what you sound like when you speak. It allows you to showcase your enthusiasm, your professionalism, and your ability to engage students effectively. A well-crafted self-introduction video can help to improve your chances, and it can help you to secure an ESL teaching job. Like, you can't do this slapdash. This is something like you really have to spend a lot of time on doing your self-introduction video, and you can use an editing tool. There's quite a great free one called Descript. They have, so putting in description, Descript. Oh, sorry, it's taken away my thing. DAS. Keeps changing it to description. And there we go, Descript. Okay, so it's an editing tool that you can like cut out some of your pauses and your retakes, and you can like make it look quite professional. It gives you a certain amount of credits a month that you can use without having the paid version. So you could maybe just once you recorded it, put it into there to help you to edit your self-introduction video. This is really important to do this. I can't stress it enough, because without a good self-introduction video, you're just not going to get hired. Okay, so let's think about some of the tips that you can use for recording a professional and engaging video. So introduce yourself confidently. Begin by saying what your name is, what your educational background is, and any relevant teaching experience you have. Briefly explain your passion for teaching and your love for language learning, and highlight relevant teaching experience and qualifications. Like share details about any previous teaching experience that you have, include like age groups, proficiency levels, and anyone that you have worked with. Emphasize your certifications such as TEFL or TESOL or anything else that you've done, any other relevant teaching qualifications you've done. If you like taught special needs education, or you've done a signing course, or you've done whatever you've done, they can maybe help you put that in as well. If you have experience with specific teaching methodologies or digital teaching platforms, mention them as well. Like, you know how to use Zoom, or you know how to use Classroom. Then mention them in your video as well. Okay. Try, if you don't have any teaching experience at all, try and like think outside of the box. Okay, like think about like how you can use whatever your life skills are, or whatever your life situation is, and what you've done before, that maybe you've looked after kids, or you have trained someone at work. Try and think outside of the box as to what you can use for experience. And if you haven't got any experience at all and they really want an experience, go and volunteer somewhere that you can get a little bit of time that you can put it in for your hours. Showcase your enthusiasm for teaching and connecting with students. Like express your genuine excitement. Like they want to see you excited for helping students learn and improve their English skills. Share specific strategies or approaches you use to motivate and engage students in the learning process, and keep the video concise and focused. Aim the video for not less than 1 minute and not more than 3 minutes. The great spot is about 90 seconds. Okay, so like that's really good. Yes, you don't want to do, there's a lot of like, I'm going to send a replay out after this and I'll put in like a couple of places that you can do your TEFL with. But Teaching Record is like a free TEFL, like it's not recognized by a lot of TEFL Universal is fine. But Teaching Record, you don't want to, if you have that, you're going to probably have to redo it because it's not recognized by a lot of companies. Okay, so share specific strategies and or approaches that you use to motivate, engage students in the learning process. Okay, and I've said, keep it like really the right time. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there by the questions. 90 seconds is a good time limit for doing it because it's going to gain, like with your CV, you are probably the person that is going to be watching you is not going to be an English speaker. So if you have this long video, they're going to get bored and they're just going to check it out before they've even seen what you are all about. So you want to be able to maintain the attention of them. Okay, so practice beforehand, like practice, and ensure you deliver your message clearly and make sure that you are speaking correctly. Like I would say, like you don't want to be seen reading out what you're saying on your video. Okay, so you don't want the people to see that you're reading something. So you want to practice and practice and practice, so that when you do talk and you do it, it comes naturally, and you can put a little bit of emotions and stuff in. You can use some props in it as well, especially if you are aiming it at kids as well. Use appropriate lighting, sound, and background. Like ensure that your video is well lit and that your face is clearly visible. Use a microphone or a headset for clear audio. And choose a clean professional background that minimizes distractions. Have some of you not done a TEFL yet? Do some of you still need to do your TEFL? Or has everyone done your TEFL? Because I see a lot of TEFL questions coming up there. Okay, so do your research before you actually do it. When I send out this email after this, and I will put in like a couple of them. A couple of the places that you could use. Obviously, you want to get something that's budget friendly, but also you want to find something that's recognized by the companies, because sometimes that could be the problem, that you are applying for something and maybe you've done it with a company, your TEFL with a company that they don't recognize. Okay, so remember that your self-introduction video is an opportunity to make a positive impression on potential employers. So really be professional, engaging throughout the recording. Consider rehearsing your self-introduction multiple times to feel more confident. So you can even do it to a friend, like practice it with a friend, and then you can record it. So you can even record it, watch yourself back, record it again, watch yourself again, and then really use that editing tool that I told you about to edit your video so that it looks good. If you're applying on like a marketing platform like Preply or Amazing Talker or italki or Cambly, where you have to upload your introduction video onto the platform, then you want to make sure that you make a thumbnail as well, that your thumbnail goes at the front of your video, because yes, a lot of them only require a 1 minute introduction video. Okay, so like kind of cut it down and see what you can put the most important things in but that you're still bringing across your message. I would definitely say don't go over 90 seconds. So that you can be like really confident with it. And like once you upload it like onto Prep, if you're doing Preply, Amazing Talker, iTalki, and where the places that you have to upload it, put a thumbnail, spend the time, the extra time, putting a thumbnail onto your video as well, because you don't want to start the video and your mouth is open, or like you're in the middle of talking, or you want like something there first that people can see. Okay, so just kind of look at that as well. So as an online tutor, either on a teaching marketing platform or running your own business, eventually you have to even ask yourself. So even if you're teaching private students, I haven't actually heard of TEFL on the beach before. How can I catch the eye of potential online students? Aside from having like a professional headshot or a catchy description on your profile, you can stand out from the sea of other online teachers with a well-crafted introduction video for English, teaching English online. So this short video is a chance to present yourself to students in a personal way and to show them what you have to offer. So I would say like now is the time to do your introduction video. Like you want to make sure that you have it ready. Okay, so you could do like for me, I had when I started, I had a one for kids, I had an introduction video for adults, and I had like a general one. So I had 3 different ones, and when I was applying for jobs, I could send out whichever one I was wanting to send out at that time. Now I just have one that I use. So if you haven't got it, it's important you can start to create your own one. And even if you're not tech savvy, it's not a very difficult thing to do. And most companies will tell you, okay, this is how long it needs to be. So some companies might say to you they want like even a shorter one, then you're probably going to have to re-record it for that company. But if you've got your basic thing that you say for your introduction video, then you know, okay, this is what I'm kind of going to say. And if I have to re-record it again, then I can do that. And also like things change. Like maybe when you start, you only have 100 hours of experience teaching, or you've taught 50 online lessons, or you've whatever. But after a year of teaching or 2 years of teaching, those things change and you teach like more hours and you teach. So you want to go in and you maybe want to tweak your self-introduction video so that it's up to date and you have the right amount of like time that you have been teaching that's on there as well. Okay, so online ESL classes are like very different to classroom-based lessons where students may have a chance to like meet the instructor in person before like your course starts, right? But when you promote online English classes, interested learners still want to see what their teacher looks like, what they sound like, and this is why you do this video, because they ask for it during the hiring process, but you know that if they hire you, they actually take that video and they put it onto their marketing platform. So when parents and they come and look and see what teacher they want, they will go through all the different videos and have a look at them. So this is something that you want to get right, and it's something you want to spend a time on so that it looks good, because this is how you're going to get students. Okay. So that's why, like, even if you go on to say Amazing Talker, or you go on to Preply, or wherever you go, you're going to see a whole lot of these videos of people. Okay. And that's how you market yourself. So if you are on Preply and you're not getting students, you need to look at I've seen a lot of people say they're on Preply and they haven't got students. You need to look at what your profile says, because your profile is important. And you want to look at what your introduction video is like. Maybe you have to redo your introduction video and redo your profile. Like I would say, like Amazing Talker, Preply, iTalki, you want to, like when you're doing your profile, you want to make sure you have like short sentences with emojis and stuff on it works well. Because people that are coming to you, they aren't going to know a lot of English. So you don't want to have these really long, complicated sentences in your profile either. So you need to look at what your profile looks like. Okay, so why do you need this introduction video? If you're looking to attract students an introduction video, it does the trick. Showcase your personality and teaching style. Okay, it's a chance to grab students' attention and by showcasing your personality. The video ideally sparks your prospective learners' interest in your classes by explaining what you offer in a fun and enthusiastic way. So convey your message quickly. Okay, someone said a lot of the places that you apply to is going to say to you that want the video within 60 seconds. So you have to make sure that you highlight whatever that you can do, so that it's a time saver and you don't want it to be this big long thing. Okay, so you have to make sure you've got your online certificates in, your experience, and your achievements. I just want to see over here if I missed anything here. Okay, let's go on. So introducing yourself through a video is a great way for building rapport with your students, whether it's because of your friendly persona or your specialization in something. There are unlimited possibilities for you to connect with future learners. Okay, so smile and be confident. Okay, it's really important that they can feel like positive energy coming from you, that you feel like you're nervous when you're making this introduction video, but try and really speak clearly and make sure that you look happy and friendly. Most of your viewers will be non-native speakers, so they're not fluent in the language, so you need to pronounce words correctly and use simple language. Some of them might listen and use like an editing, like a translation tool to hear what you're saying as well. Body language matters too. Use like natural, friendly facial and body gestures while you speak. Speaking creates like a relaxed environment and turns your self-introduction video from a simple speech into a warm invitation to students. Make sure that you look presentable in the video. So wear appropriate attire, although you don't need to look corporate. Like showing up in clothes that you would wear to teach in an actual classroom is what you kind of are wanting to do. Okay, so also if your target students are children, you can have bright kid-friendly colors and steer away from dark hues. Like when I first started teaching, I had this dark green sweater that I liked to wear. Okay, and I wore it one day when I was teaching, and I had a complaint about it because they said I looked dark in it because I had this green sweater on. So then now since then, whenever I teach, and the once I had that same dark green sweater on, and my one student told me I look like an alien. So I kind of, when you're teaching kids, you want to kind of look like way more cheerful colors, stay away from the dark colors. Especially if you're teaching Asian students, if you're teaching kids, they like you to be bright and friendly. Check that you have a clean online teaching background. Record yourself in a tidy room away from any distractions behind you. And don't wear clothes that are the same color as your background because you want to stick and stand out, okay? And what helps to write the script beforehand, practice beforehand so you don't have to read it while you're recording it, so that you can speak naturally, okay, so that you feel like confident when you're doing it. And finally, why should they choose you? Why should your students choose you? Engage your prospective students by leaving them with a reason why they should book lessons with you, whether it's for the fun you're going to have in the class or a special something that you can offer them. Point out why you are the best teacher for them, okay? And then review your video. Like, it's normal not to create a perfect introduction video for teaching online. You're in your first recording. But before you film your final video, practice it a few times and see if you like the trial output, okay? Go get someone's advice. Ask somebody what they think about it. Check if you need to correct anything and make sure to stick to the guidelines mentioned earlier. It also helps if you show your video to a fresh set of eyes. A family member or a friend can point out something that maybe you didn't notice it before, or offer some advice on improving your video. And don't be offended if they come to you and say, oh, I liked it, but I think you should change this and this and this. Like, listen to maybe what they say and don't be offended. Because like sometimes we put like so much effort into something and then someone says, oh, but maybe change this. Okay, then don't be offended as how it is. So saving and sharing your video. So once you have your final recording, you are ready to upload it to the web. It's like sometimes you have to make sure that your video is saved in like MP4 or MPEG4 or MOV. Okay, then choose the platform that you want to share your video on. Like sometimes you'll have to just save your video and upload it onto the platform that they ask you to, or send it to them. But sometimes you have to add it to like YouTube and Vimeo, and then you have to give them a link. Like with Amazing Talker, you can put a link on, and then the students will click on that link and they'll be able to watch your video. Make sure to change your video's privacy settings to public. After you have uploaded your video, you can now link it to your professional website. So if you have a website when you're wanting to teach privately, you can then link your video to that. Or if it's for your marketing platform, like you're on Preply, Amazing Talker, then you're going to have to link your video to that. And if it's for an online school, the chances are you're going to have to send it to them or upload it onto their website. Okay, so I know you still probably have questions like, what payment gateways are best to use? Or where do I find students? Or how do I find a curriculum? And which software do I use? Do I teach for an online school or do I apply at a marketing platform? I know your questions are endless. So would you like to have someone that can help you and to guide you over every obstacle so that you can build your thriving online teaching business and attract high-paying clients while using proven methods and strategies? Okay, so you can finally live life on your own terms. Okay, so you can either go it alone and without guidance and support from anyone, and this runs the risk of you struggling to lay a solid foundation and miss the mark on attracting and converting students and not getting hired. Or you can 100% commit to taking action and changing the whole way that your life is going by becoming a successful online teacher so that you can claim back your power and your freedom as a teacher. Okay, so let's have a look at, I am going to be running a 21-day challenge that is Let's Get Hired as an Online Teacher Challenge. Okay, so transform your getting hired skills today. Okay, so transform your online teaching journey in just 21 days. Okay, and this is going to be live in the membership community. Maybe you don't know where to start, or you struggle to find or keep students, or you are struggling with inconsistent schedules or income, no community or support, and you're just feeling overwhelmed by tech and tools. Okay, a lot of us feel like that when we first start. Like you think tech can kind of be like so overwhelming sometimes, and like the tools that you have to use, and you just want somebody's help with that. Okay, so the monthly membership and the 21-day challenge will give you daily tasks you can do to get yourself prepared and hired as an online teacher. It's going to teach you how to create a teaching brand that stands out and attracts the right people. I know, Danae, it can be very, very overwhelming in the beginning. Okay, so we're going to learn how to ace your interviews with our daily tasks, how to build a solid foundation for your online teaching business using proven methods, and you will know how to build a successful resume at the end of it, how to create a successful career as a teacher, and how to update your profile and stand out from the crowd, how to apply for teaching positions with confidence and like, no, okay, I'm going to get hired. I'm going to get this teaching position that I really wanted. And I think for people like Danae said there, you're not alone, because there's so many people that find tech and all those skills are like so overwhelming in the beginning when you start. But the great thing about teaching online is you get so good at the tech stuff because you have to kind of do it. You're almost thrown in the deep end. Okay, so in the 21-day challenge, we have a welcome call. It's going to be happening in our monthly membership. There's Q&A sessions, 21 daily drops. Okay, I'm going to be putting 21 daily videos in and actions to implement. You're going to get clarity on your niche, and there's going to be some templates and worksheets for you to do. Okay. You're in the membership, you also get 2 monthly coaching calls, sessions, like we having one on Friday that is how to ace your demo lesson. Okay, so like there's all these kind of sessions that help you. Teacher templates and tools, monthly challenges, supportive community of online teachers. Before I did the community, I was doing like a course, like a 6-week course that I used to offer teachers, but I thought a community is so much better because it's, first of all, it's cheaper for people to join, and it also like gives you more interaction and more help with other teachers that are in the same community and in the same place as you. Okay, so you get weekly content drop. So each week you're going to get new, easy to follow lessons, tips, a bit of curriculum, and strategies focused on topics like how to find students, how to market yourself online, create great lessons, how to create a lesson, how to present a lesson, how to use teaching platforms effectively. So everything is designed to help you take action and to see results quickly. Okay, and the way like that I put it, I've got these like bite-sized videos that you can watch that mostly of them are like 8 to 10 minutes. So it's kind of takes you through everything and it helps you to take action and see results. Okay, so every day there's motivation and focus. Start each day with a positive mindset. You receive daily inspiration, quotes, and quick challenges to help you stay consistent, confident, and excited about your online journey. Okay, and then twice a month, there's live coaching and Q&A sessions where we dig deeper into what's working, troubleshoot challenges, and celebrate wins together. These calls are relaxed, interactive. You can open your microphone, you can ask questions, and it's a really great way to stay accountable. Then every second month, we are going to have someone that's experienced, teacher or an online business expert, because obviously you're going to be working your way up to one day owning your own teaching business where you're going to work for yourself, to share practical advice and insider tips from building your student base to improving your teaching skills or creating even digital products. Okay, so there will be all of these different skills that you are going to learn. Okay, step-by-step resources. So an ever-growing library of templates, checklists, lesson ideas, platform comparisons, startup guides, things that help you confidently begin to grow your online teaching business. Okay, these are all things that get dropped in. And a community, that's the whole point, is like having people to help you, be there with you, answer questions, encourage each other in a safe, positive space. Okay, we're not there to belittle people or to make fun of people or anything like that. We're only there to help you and to help you to grow and to learn in a safe environment. Okay, no horribleness from people. Okay, so ongoing growth and accountability. Stay motivated to reach your goals, and with constant check-ins, challenges, and guidance that help you to build momentum and keep you improving week after week. Okay, so let's get hired as an ESL teacher. The community is $25. It's about 430 Rand a month, because I think a lot of you are from South Africa. You can stay in for as long as you want to or as short as you want to. There's no like time frame commitment. If you join for 1 month and you think after 1 month, okay, I can't afford it, or I don't want to do it anymore, then you just leave. Okay, there's no like, you don't have to there's like no, but hopefully you enjoy it so much that you stay, because we are there to help and to support you. I just want to put in the link over here. And here is the link. You can check out the video. Okay, it's in something called School, which is an app that you download onto your phone, and it's really great. Like I've had website before which I had my course on, and this school is so much better than that because you can have the whole community thing going on, plus the classroom where I can add my courses in and everything. So it's really a great app. Okay, so I have put the link in over there. You can see the link is below there too. Okay, so Teach English with Kathy B is a kind membership program that shows you exactly how to start your online teaching business by providing step-by-step systems, guidance, and support to get you started the right way. We remove all the guesswork and uncertainty that comes with the territory so that you can become an online teacher with ease and confidence. Okay, as part of that, you're going to get the Let's Get Hired course, which was my course that I was running before I started the membership. So I ran that for about 2 years. And it just takes you through everything. There's about 120 videos. So I'm dropping videos in every week from the course, and it's going to take you through everything that you need. And so you just can go into the classroom and watch these little videos, and like it really going to tell you how to get everything sorted and going. Okay, so like your introduction to teaching ESL, because a lot of you are new. This is like a great introduction part. There's some motivation in there, some mindset training in module 1. Module 2 is like developing important skills and checklists, and your introduction videos and all that stuff is in module 2, which then you can then send it to me and I will look at your introduction videos. I will give you feedback on it and we can help you to really get those going well. Okay, module 3 is problem shooting. That's there. Module 4 is achieving success. Module 5 is demo lessons, practice, and building a profile. And module 6 is all about different teaching platforms. So kind of it will cover everything that you need to know for getting started. Okay, so I really decided that I was tired of struggling with working as an online school all the time, and I wanted to grow my business. So I kind of spent a lot of money getting my skills up, investing in a whole lot of different courses to make sure that I was able to then help other teachers to do the same and to be able to really succeed as being an online teacher, because it is really a great job to have. Okay, the monthly costs for membership is $25 and 430 Rand. Like I said, you pay for the month, and then if you decide after the month you don't want to be in it anymore, then you can just leave. Okay, and this month, this part of this is the 21-day challenge, is the challenge that is Let's Get Hired challenge is running for the next 21 days. And that is the same slide. Okay, so you get like 21 days of personal support and guidance. So that if you have a question, you ask it in the group and you're going to get like help like straight away with whatever you need help with. Okay, this is definitely going to help you to overcome the uncertainty of how to move forward, the fear of failing. You will develop a strong skill set and mindset. It's going to help you to stop trading many hours for maybe like a few dollars. If you like, I've heard that Native Camp pays like South African teachers like $3 an hour. Like, you want to like earn what you're worth, okay? Being stuck in the same teaching cycle day in and day out. Maybe you feel drained with little or no time to spend with your family. You want to start working from home and you really want to do something that you're truly passionate about. And you want more. You desire it. You want to choose when, how, and where you work, and you crave true freedom and flexibility in your work and life. This was me. I really wanted this flexibility part and the time freedom. Okay, so let's go. I just want to go on. Maybe these are some of the things that you may think when you go. Okay, I am going to open it up for questions. Now you can ask me any questions that you want to. I am going to stop my screen share so that will be on. Wow, there's so many of you. Thanks so much, guys, for joining today. So many of you. Okay, so if you have any questions, Vilma, you and Done, and a few of you are very brave with your cameras open, so well done to you guys. It's scary in the beginning having your camera open when you first start as an online teacher. but you get so used to it afterwards. Okay, so if you've got any questions, pop it into the question box, and I will try to have a look over here. Okay, so someone's asked if anyone's winning on Native Camp. Okay, so like what I've heard from Native Camp is that you don't get paid very much on Native Camp. I've never worked for a Native Camp myself, but a lot of people use Native Camp to get started and to gain a little bit experience, so that you can like move up. Okay, and then you use that experience to get into other companies. So for me personally, I started with an online company because I'd never taught online before, and I wanted to make I wanted to get a bit of experience, and then I worked my way and joined a marketing. I joined Amazing Talker and Preply, and after that, I've got like private students as well. A lot of companies will ask you to have a passport because remember, they don't take IDs because they're international companies. So a lot of companies are going to say to you, send your passport. Okay. So this is like you're working for an international company. You're not working for someone in your own local local country. So it's not an odd thing for them to ask you. It's not an odd thing for them to ask you for a passport. You have an interview. So maybe you want to look at getting a passport. Because if you're going to be an online teacher, maybe you have to have that when you apply for jobs, okay? So a lot of companies are going to ask you for that. So maybe you have to spend that money and get a passport. And who knows, maybe one day you'll have enough money to go travel somewhere and use your passport. That would be cool. Okay, so let's look out. Okay, yes, passport is definitely one of those things there. I wouldn't go for the certificates you get on Daddy Deals, or like go and look for a proper company. Okay, so you can even download ChatGPT on your phone and ask ChatGPT, what is, whatever country you're from, what are really good TEFL certificates that's budget friendly to do, that is going to be accepted globally as a TEFL certificate. No, teacher record is not okay. Okay, so you're not going to get hired by most companies if you have a teacher record TEFL certificate. It's red flagged at the moment. Okay, I saw someone ask about the Great Teaching Company. I know a lot of people will go for that and they start off with that, and it's like quite a nice way to get into the market, and then from there you can go and look at something else. If you have got I see someone says they have an interview. Maybe like, do you have to teach a demo lesson, or are they just going to ask you some questions? Like in our that is one of the things we will cover in the 21-day challenge, is like the kind of interview questions that people ask. Like there's a whole list of questions that people actually asked when you are busy doing an interview. I just want to see what else I've missed here. Western Africa. I missed that question. I can't see it now. They say I don't have to prepare a lesson. Okay, so then, Selena, they're probably going to just ask you, like, they're going to ask you about your teaching experience, why you want that job. So do a little bit of research about the company that you are going to be going for the interview with. It's always good to find out. It's always good to find out as much information as you can about the company that you're going for an interview with, so that you can find out what their policies are like, and they might ask you about like, why do you want to work for our company? And then you want to be able to answer that question. Okay, and what kind of teaching experience you have, who do you like teaching? They're going to ask you a whole lot of different questions in the interview. But you also don't know exactly what they're going to do. How do I get students on Preply? Okay, I would say if you're not getting students on Preply, what you want to do is you want to look at your profile and go to go and redo your introduction video and go and redo your profile on Preply. Just try and tweak it up a bit. That might make a difference. Go and look at your schedule as well and make sure that you're opening peak hours that students are wanting as well. That also, like, sometimes you might not be opening the right time slots, or you haven't opened enough time. Yes, the 21-day challenge is part of the membership. Okay, so the 21-day challenge is part of the membership. It's running the membership this month. Okay, so like 21 days challenge is going to be starting this week, and it's going to run in the membership. So you pay $25, and that will include the membership and the 21-day challenge. Yeah, you can check your scores and work on that as well in Preply. But I would say one of the things that you really can look at is your introduction video and look at your profile. Those are like really important. Selena, do you have a lot of students on Preply? Because I see you know a lot about Preply. I haven't personally worked on Cambly before, but the same thing, you want to look at what your profile is like there as well. Okay, so I know TEFL Universal is good. TEFL on Allison. The main company that is not recognized at the moment is that everyone talking about is that the teacher record one. Like, so really stay away from that TEFL course if you haven't done a TEFL course yet. So look for something that's budget friendly and is not a free course. As soon as it's a free course, then you know that they're going to probably pick up problems with a free course. Okay. Maybe just try redoing your, Celine, try redoing your, it might give you a score of 100, but maybe you can just redo your introduction video again. And it does take time to build up students on Preply, but once you start to get students, you start getting, they now start coming because you're going to start getting, yeah, so you've only been with them for 37 days. Okay, so also look at your, like, how many hours that you've opened, and try and open a few more hours with them as well. Allison, let's have a look at TEFL Allison. Is it called TEFL Allison? Beginner-friendly companies. I started with ACOSOC. The Great Teaching Company is probably good. There is just so many companies out there. So what I would do is, a lot of the companies that you actually work for, you want about 120 hours certificates, okay? Not 118. A lot of the companies are beginner friendly. They'll give you training before you start, okay? So they might pay you a little bit less, but if you start with like an online teaching company and then maybe work your way up to like working at Preply or Amazing Talker or iTalki, once you've got a little bit. Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about TEFL certificate. Okay, that's a lot of hours open on Preply. Okay, then you can work your way up, and you can, as a beginner, work on more than one company, but you got to just be careful how you do it. So you want to make sure that you aren't double booked at any time. So maybe you can open certain days on the one company and certain other days on another company, so you don't clash. Otherwise, you've got to be really good with opening and closing your schedule. And a lot of companies want you to tell them in the beginning of the 2-week cycle, like what hours you are available. So I would, if you want to work for more than one company, I would definitely tell some company, okay, I'm available these days of the week, and the other company these days of the week, and then you work at 2 different companies like that, or certain times of the day at one company and other times at another company. It's the $25 is for 1 month, okay? So if you want to be in the membership for longer than 1 month, then you pay $25 the next month. So it's up to you how long you want to stay in the membership for. They are you've got to look at all the different companies and see which ones ask for a degree and which ones don't. But there are a lot of companies that just want the TEFL certificate, and there are a lot of companies that want a degree as well. So look at your research, like research your companies, and you can use ChatGPT as well. Go into download the free version. It's like a computer, and just ask it what are good ESL companies to apply to that don't require a degree and that South Africans can apply to. And it's going to come up with a whole lot of different companies. I just wanted to see, what was that TEFL company called? Allison. I just want to see what that company is like. I haven't heard of Allison TEFL company. Okay, so it says it's free and it's got free and paid certificate courses. And it has they are continuing professional development accredited. And if you want a certificate, you have to pay for it. So probably it says that the Allison TEFL certificate might be recognized by some companies and might not be recognized by others. And so some schools might accept it and other schools might not accept that certificate. So you would have to see. TEFL is the most important in all of the platforms. Okay, you're not going to be able to teach on an online platform without having a TEFL certificate. You're going to put all your skills together for the 21 days. So you're going to get everything ready and then you're going to start applying to jobs. Like we're even going to start researching like different companies. You're going to learn how to do that and apply to the different companies. And you're going to get your CV right. You're going to get your introduction video right. So that you can start applying at the different companies. Is there anything else anyone wanted to ask? I'll put that link here again. The challenge is going to start on Thursday, the end of the month, on the 31st. Oh, no, I don't know what the date is on Thursday. 27, 28, 29, 30th on Thursday, I think. Okay. If there's no more questions, I am going to end this, but I am going to send you out a video with a link for the replay. So if you want to go through anything else again that you will be able to do. TEFL, most companies, I think they probably won't hire you with teacher record. You might get into somewhere like maybe one of the marketing platforms, but you'll probably find that the online companies won't hire you with teacher record. Okay. Yeah, so your chances might not be very good with being hired with teacher record. Because remember, your TEFL certificate is one of the most important things that people look at when you apply to jobs. Like even if you have a degree, they still want you to have the TEFL certificate. If you miss Thursday, you can start on Friday. Like all the stuff will be loaded onto the group. So like even if you start like a day or two later, you can go back. You'll be able to see the previous day's challenges. And whenever you do join, you will be able to then, you'll stay a month in the group. Like it runs for a whole month. So say you join on the 31st, your membership will be renewed on the 30th of the next month and so on. But everything is in the classroom. There's a special link for the 21-day challenge. So it's going to be in there and you can go through it at your own time as well. Okay. Well done, everybody. I am so glad that you all decided to join me. I will be sending out an email with the replay and with the links and everything in it. So thank you so much for joining us. So nice to have so many of you. Hope you learned something and that you are going to do so well in your teaching journey. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.